All right, let's get right into it. We're going to talk about something that pretty much all of us use every single day, moisturizers. But here's the twist. We're looking at a pretty weird paradox. What if the very thing you're using to help your skin is, well, what if it's actually causing some of the problems? I know. That sounds a little crazy, right? We slather this stuff on to hydrate, to calm things down, to fix our skin. So the idea that it could be behind irritation or breakouts, it just feels completely backward. But you know what? It's a question we really need to ask. And look, this isn't just some random thought. There's actual research that's documented a whole list of potential side effects. We're talking about everything from that annoying stinging feeling, which can be caused by some humectants, to clogged pores and acne from certain heavy oils, and even making your skin more sensitive to the sun. So yeah, the stakes are real. And this is why it's a big deal. You've got official guidelines, like this one from the ASEAN Cosmetic Directive, that flat out say products shouldn't cause harm. That puts the ball in our court, really. It becomes so important for us to actually understand what's going on when we put these creams and lotions on our skin. So to really solve this paradox, first we have to understand the problem moisturizers were invented to fix in the first place. And it all boils down to one thing: your skin's protective barrier. Okay, so your skin has a few different layers, but the one we really care about right now is the tippy top layer, the stratum corneum. The best way to think about it is like a brick wall. Seriously, your skin cells are the bricks, and the natural fats and lipids are the mortar holding it all together. When that wall is solid, it's amazing at keeping the good stuff, like water, in, and the bad stuff, like irritants, out. But what happens when that mortar starts to get little cracks in it? Well, you get a problem with a very fancy name: transepidermal water loss. You'll see it called TEW. All it means is that water is literally evaporating right out of your skin into the air. The more water you're losing, the more damaged your skin barrier is. That's the root cause of dry, unhappy skin. So, simple enough, right? If the problem is a leaky wall, the solution has got to be patching it up. And that is exactly where moisturizers come into play. They basically work using a team of three main types of ingredients. And here they are. Let's call them the big three: emollients, humectants, and occlusives. Just about every single moisturizer you'll ever buy uses some mix of these to get moisture into the skin and, this is the important part, to keep it from leaving. So how do these things actually work? Let's break it down. First up, you've got occlusives. Think of these as sealants. Stuff like petrolatum or mineral oil literally creates a physical barrier on your skin, like putting a lid on a pot of water to stop it from evaporating. Then you have humectants. These are like moisture magnets. Glycerin, hyaluronic acid, their whole job is to pull water in, either from the air around you or from the deeper layers of your skin. And finally, you have emollients, which are the smoothers. They fill in those little cracks between your skin cells, kind of like spackle, making the surface feel soft and smooth again. Okay, so how do you actually use this information? It's really just a simple three-step game plan. First, figure out what your skin is screaming for. Is it flaky and tight? You probably need some hydration from humectants. Is it super damaged and irritated? An occlusive might be your hero. Step 2, become an ingredient detective. Flip that bottle over and look at the first few ingredients. That'll tell you which of the big three is the star of the show. And step 3, and this is a big one, apply it right. Occlusives, for example, work way better when you put them on damp skin because they trap all that water in. All right, so that's all the theory. But does this stuff actually work in the real world? Let's take a look at a case study where you can see this science deliver some pretty incredible results. So, researchers took a look at this one facial cream in a study for the Journal of Cosmetic Dermatology. They tested it on 88 women who all had clinically diagnosed sensitive skin. And what was in it? Well, the key ingredients were things like ceramide NP, which is basically a building block for that mortar in your skin barrier, and panthenol, which is a classic humectant or a moisture magnet. And the results were honestly stunning. They measured things like irritation, tightness, itching, the works. And after only 4 weeks, get this, the people in the study reported a 76% drop in their skin sensitivity scores. A 76% improvement. And this chart just shows you how huge that change was. You can see the average score started way up there at over 20, which is squarely in my skin is not happy territory. And by the end of the 4 weeks, it plummeted to less than 5. I mean, that is a life-changing difference for these people. And it wasn't just about how their skin felt. The scientific instruments backed it all up. They saw a huge drop in that transepidermal water loss, which means the skin barrier was actually healing itself. At the same time, hydration went up, redness went down, and even the skin's pH levels started to balance out. It was a total win across the board. I mean, the study's conclusion just spells it out perfectly. The product worked. By using that smart combo of barrier-repairing ingredients and hydrators, it gave people with really sensitive skin real, tangible relief. It's a perfect example of matching the right ingredients to the right problem. So, we've talked about the problem, the solution, and we've seen the proof. Now for the fun part. It's time to make this personal for you with a really simple 7-day challenge. Here's your mission if you choose to accept it. Sometime in the next week, go grab your go-to moisturizer, flip it over, and just look at the first 5 ingredients on the list. Based on everything we just talked about, can you spot the main players? Is it loaded with humectants? Is it built around a heavy-duty occlusive? What's its game plan? And that leads us to the last and most important question. Once you know what's in your moisturizer, you have to ask yourself, why? Does the main job of your moisturizer actually line up with what your skin needs the most right now? Answering that one question might just be the key to finally solving that moisturizer paradox for good.